Welcome to NAFDAC and Your Health, where you get to know about NAFDAC's efforts in ensuring that only wholesome food products, drugs, cosmetics, and medical equipment are made available to us. My name is Amanda Ugo.
Today, NAFDAC and Your Health will begin with the highlights of the bilateral meeting and signing of a memorandum of understanding between NAFDAC and Hungarian Ministry of Agriculture, marking the beginning of an official partnership and cooperation between Nigeria and Hungary in the food sector. Then we'll go on to feature the press conference organized by NAFDAC recently, where the agency reviewed, among other issues, the outcome of the laboratory test it carried out to ascertain the veracity of the speculation that Nigerian-made noodles are poisonous and are not safe for consumption. Partnership, collaboration, alliance, synergy. All these are strategies employed by NAFDAC both locally and internationally in its steadfast approach to safeguard the health of the Nigerian people. The agency identifies possible collaborators who share similar interests and possess the potentials that would aid and enhance its efforts and initiatives. The agency has done this in countless and diverse ways, forming synergies with bodies, organizations, and countries across the globe, yet it's not relenting. For the agency's management under its current Director General, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, no effort is too much to undertake to guarantee the well-being of Nigerians. It is in view of this that NAFDAC recently held a bilateral meeting with the representatives of Hungary, where a memorandum of understanding between NAFDAC and Hungary's Ministry of Agriculture was signed to mark the beginning of an official partnership and cooperation in the food sector. Speaking at the meeting, NAFDAC DG Professor Mojisola Adeyeye expatiated on the reason the agency decided to go into the partnership with the Hungarian Ministry of Agriculture.
A bilateral meeting today between Nigeria, in form of NAFDAC, and Hungary. So it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome His Excellency, the Ambassador of Hungary, and the team from the Embassy and Ministry of Agriculture, Hungary, to this historic event aimed at striking an official partnership and cooperation in the field of the food sector. The agency operates an effective quality management system which complies fully with the requirements of ISO 9001:2015, and this covers all its regulatory processes and procedures, and is certified as a world-class regulatory organization. We got our ISO 9001 in 2019, and since that time we have been re-certified every year. The agency believes in collaborative efforts with international organizations, tertiary institutions, research institutes, to complement its robust regulatory policies that are geared toward protecting consumers and promoting public health by ensuring that the food and the systems for the production of food are safe for the public. It is extremely important to underscore the importance of food and public health in terms of approaching it from one health perspective, meaning the food we take may make us better or may not make us better. If the food safety is not taken care of, it may make us not better. But today the agency is opening the vistas of collaborating with the Ministry of Agriculture of Hungary in the areas of developing a control system of food and food products towards protecting consumers and promoting public health by ensuring that food and the system for the production of food are safe for the public. And this instills capacity building relating to the sector and sharing of information on the systems of production of food and food products.
The Director General of NAFDAC also spoke about the significance of the Memorandum of Understanding.
The Memorandum of Understanding that we are about to sign is to formalize an official partnership for better cooperation in the field of food production systems as highlighted in the document. And signing it with Hungary is an addition to some of the things that NAFDAC has done because I believe it's going to engender a lot of positive outcomes. On this note, I appreciate the interest of the Ministry of Agriculture of Hungary to have this mutual understanding with the agency, with the aim of benefiting our dear nation in the area of achieving safer foods and benefiting Hungary in terms of bilateral partnership.
In his reaction, Hungarian ambassador to Nigeria, Ambassador Sandober, talked about the connection Hungary has had with Nigeria prior to the present time, as well as the benefits derivable from the new partnership.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the inauguration and for your new president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I also thank for the old or the former administration for the work, because it's the 5th year for me here. So we worked always very well with the Nigerian authorities, and I thank you also here for the NAFDAC working so far, and I'm sure that we will do the same work in the future. Hungary's connection with Nigeria developing. A lot of Nigerian students learning at this moment also in Hungary, 1,300. We have 3 scholarships even in agricultural field. So we can provide a lot of opportunities for the Nigerians when they would like to study or in Hungary, or to come to Hungary for various other reasons. Our main focus was in the last 5 years the youth in Nigeria and of course the economy. And I think this Memorandum of Understanding is a great step toward reaching our goals. And hereby I thank the effort of Your Excellency and all the colleagues of the NAFDAC, and of course my colleagues to establish this type of possibility. And this very day we could sign this Memorandum of Understanding. This is a very good and great moment for us all. Once again, Nigeria is a great country, and I wish you all the best in the new government also.
Thank you.
We'll take a short break now. The program continues shortly. Welcome back. You are still watching NAFDAC and Your Health.
The belief of NAFDAC and the strength of the media in projecting its regulations and activities has been unwavering. This is why the agency hobnobs and synergizes with the fourth estate of the realm to sensitize and give updates on its stride at protecting the health of Nigerians through different fora. One of such fora was the press conference organized by the agency on Thursday, 22nd of June 2023 in Lagos to make known to the public the outcome of its laboratory test on Nigerian-made noodles, which have been speculated to be poisonous as a result of their ethylene oxide content. You'll remember that a feature on the speculation that noodles were poisonous was done on a previous episode of NAFDAC and Your Health, in which the DG of NAFDAC promised that the public will be intimated and duly informed on the outcome of the agency's investigation on noodles as soon as the investigations were concluded. Based on this promise, members of the public have since been expecting to know the outcome of NAFDAC's investigation. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye herself, therefore revealed the outcome of the agency's in-depth laboratory test on noodles at the press conference.
As soon as we received the news of the product recalls in Malaysia and Taiwan, I immediately requested the Director of Food Safety and Applied Nutrition, sitting on my left, to carry out investigation and random sampling of Indomie instant noodles and the seasonings from the production facilities and extend the investigation to other brands of instant noodles offered for sale to Nigerians. This is despite the fact that imported noodles are not expected to be sold in Nigeria because NAFDAC
prohibition ban by the Nigerian government many years ago in order to foster local production. Therefore, samples of chicken-flavored instant noodles of various brands and the seasonings were drawn from the production facilities across the country. This was to ensure that the investigation was robust, covering other instant noodles brands manufactured in Nigeria besides Indomie, the implicated brand. The Post-Marketing Surveillance Division also visited markets, retail outlets in the major cities of Lagos, Abuja, and Kano, and drew samples of instant noodles for laboratory analysis. The market visits served as surveillance for the possible presence of the Taiwan and Malaysian special chicken noodles in the Nigerian market. The samples drawn from production facilities and trade were properly packaged and delivered in good condition to our central laboratory, Oshodi, Lagos, where analytical activities commenced immediately in accordance with international standards and methods of analysis. The director of Oshodi Food Lab is seated on my right, Dr. Machuku. The technique used is called gas chromatography with mass spectrometry detector. In terms of the sampling, a total of 114 samples of instant noodles and the seasonings were received. 58 samples were received from the factories, and then from the markets, 24 were taken from Lagos, 16 from Abuja, 16 from Kano. In terms of the analytical activities, the compound of interest, ethylene oxide, is a colorless, odorless gas that is used to sterilize medical devices and has been implicated as a cancer-causing chemical. We did not only analyze for ethylene oxide and its derivative 2-chloroethanol in the noodles and seasonings, we also analyzed for other contaminants such as mycotoxins and heavy metals in the samples. What did we find? Ethylene oxide or its derivative was not found in any of the instant noodles produced in Nigeria, and it was not found also in their seasonings or sauce. The level of mycotoxin and the heavy metals were within the internationally acceptable limits. Therefore, the noodles made in Nigeria are very safe to eat.
Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, in addition to her verbal assurance that noodles are not poisonous and are safe for consumption, demonstrated this by eating noodles herself at the press conference.
This is noodles made in Nigeria. No ethylene oxide. Let us all these noodles.
The Investigation and Enforcement Directorate of NAFDAC recently recorded huge successes in its efforts at curtailing the heinous activities of criminals who endanger the lives of Nigerian people by flooding the Nigerian markets with counterfeit, unwholesome, and unapproved regulated products. Some of these successes were also made known at the press conference where two of the criminals were also paraded.
We have several cases of food fraud perpetrated by a cartel for energy drink. It's a case of importation, distribution and sale of unregistered and expired G-MAN organic energy drink. It was investigated by our directorate in Asaba. And one, Mr. Okeke Francis of Otigba Crescent, Onitsha, was arrested with expired G1 organic energy drink. Further investigation led to a warehouse in Aba, where evidence of revalidation of the expiry date of the drink was established. Revalidation means if it's supposed to expire in January 2023, they change it to January 2025. And people will be drinking something that is already expired, and many people may die as a result. Mr. Okeke admitted to dealing on the product, G-Man energy drink. And he stated he got the product from one Mr. Uche Nagwachi through one Mr. Collins in Aba. Following this revelation, investigation was intensified to get the other suspects arrested. Further investigation revealed the violating G-Man energy drink was manufactured in Germany and was imported into Nigeria, where some of the products were already expired and some were close to expiration. The expiration date on the product when imported was 18/12/2020 and 18/12/2022. The violating products were sent to Nigeria by one Mr. Pascal Udo, who is said to be based in the UK. Mr. Wilson John, who was an accomplice in the case, was later arrested and was extracted, and we extracted a video recording of him cleaning the original date markings on the product with the intent to affix an extended date marking on the G-Man energy drink. This is a case of food fraud, where the products intentionally aspire to deceive its customers about the quality of the food they are purchasing, even though the food, G-Man, had gone past the best before use date, and the quality would have degraded. Mr. Wachi, who contracted out the revalidation of the product to another person, Mr. Wilson, was also arrested and in custody. The validation of his expiration dates of unregistered expired animals feed premix. And this is worth 1.9 billion. This took place or was discovered in Abuja. On the 9th of June 2023, the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate stormed a warehouse belonging to Feed Avenue Limited in the Idu industrial area of FCT, following an intelligence report. The company, belonging to a French national, was revalidating the expiration dates of expired animal feed products, which were not registered. They weren't even registered by NAFDAC. Some of the products and accessories found in the warehouse were many, thousands and thousands of bags of different materials. The warehouse manager, who was on ground as at the time of the visit, gave the total value of the revalidated finished product at 1,900 million naira. Only. The warehouse was sealed and the warehouse manager was arrested. The French national, who owned the company, refused to show up to honor the invitation that was extended to him and immediately traveled out of Nigeria afterwards. Premixes are not intended for direct feeding of animals. They are complex mixtures of vitamins, minerals, trace elements, and other feed additives that are incorporated at levels between 0.2 and 0.5% in the compound feed. The compound feed is what you actually give to the animal. Manufacturing of which requires specific technology and is often performed by specialized companies. Premixes fall under food in the statutory grouping of NAFDAC regulated products and are therefore registered as food. Feed Avenue Limited is carrying out illegal production of unregistered food products and even committing a criminal act of revalidating expired products.
The cases have all been transferred to the Office of NAFDAC's Director of Investigation and Enforcement, and the Director General assured that appropriate punishment will be meted out on the criminals as soon as investigations are concluded.
We've come to the end of this program for today. We'll be back again, same time, same station next week for another informative package. Meanwhile, if you have comments, complaints, or you want to report any activity of fake drugs or adulterated food peddlers in your area, please reach out to us.
You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700 162 3322. For complaints, call 0800 162 3322. You may also email NAFDAC at nafdac.gov.ng. If you have complaints about any form of misconduct, you can reach the Reforms Unit via email reforms@nafdac.gov.ng or call the Reforms hotlines on 0909 763 0506 or 0909 763 0507. NAFDAC, customer focused, agency minded.
Importing, producing, distributing, and selling fake drugs and adulterated food products are criminal acts and they put our lives at risk. Join us in fighting this life-threatening act by reporting any suspicious case in your area to NAFDAC. Till we meet again next week, stay safe.